Hey guys, just got back from the theater from seeing a double feature. I know that's the shock, but honestly, after the last couple days, I needed to pick me up. I like pretty much everybody right now. Um, I've said this a couple times, and I'll briefly mention this because I don't want to talk about this the whole video, but I mentioned this a couple times in my reviews, and I've mentioned this a lot on Facebook that I am a huge basketball fan, and I, like everybody, have been bummed the hell out over the last couple days over Kobe Bryant. Um, the only reason I feel like it's almost necessary to mention this, he is an Oscar winner. Yeah, he is, which is I've seen a lot of news reports mention that, which is so fucking funny. Even saying that, it's just so funny, but yeah, he is. So it's kind of relevant talking about when I'm talking about movies. Well, I mean, like I said, I can't say anything about Kobe that hasn't been already said. He is one of the greatest basketball players, period. I mean, if you don't think so, you're an idiot. I'm just saying. Like I said, my favorite of all time is still Michael Jordan, but he's in close. He's up there. Uh, and I'm a Cavs fan. I'm not even a Lakers fan, but I can appreciate the fuck out of Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, yeah, for what they did to their game. But yeah, like I was after the last couple days, having just shitty couple days, having heard about this nonstop, I was like, I just need a distraction from the real world, and don't have something where I don't have to hear about Kobe Bryant 24/7, as it's fucking depressing. So I was like, let's go to the movies. Like, yeah, let's go see The Turning. What? Man, fucking The Turning, man. That's the first movie I go see since Kobe Bryant's died to help get my mind off of is The fucking Turning. Man, this movie going in, I was not looking forward to. But again, like I said, I've seen everything that's come out over the last about since September or August. I've seen everything that's come out, and I'm trying to barrel through it, and I'm like, I've decided to sit for a lot of shitty movies. I keep barreling through it, and I was thinking, well, maybe this will be like The Grudge, where it's halfway decent, and it's or not halfway. It's a shitty movie, but it's not that bad, or something like that. Or maybe it'll be a pleasant surprise. Maybe everybody's wrong. Who knows? That happens every so often. Where I'm surprised by a fucking horror movie, but I didn't have high hopes with this. Like I got this trailer a million fucking times in front of movies nonstop. It looked like your generic haunted house movie. Didn't look like anything special. I didn't even know it was based off a book until like a few days ago. I never heard of it, The Turning of the Screw. And I was just like, yeah, this is a movie, like, let's just get this fucking over with. It's probably gonna be forgettable. I'm not gonna fucking remember this in due time. And I'm not making this up when I say this. This, without a doubt, is the worst movie I've seen this year so far. That's not saying much, obviously, being fucking January, but holy shit. I having had to sit for shit like this, I don't know how I'm gonna get how I've got for January, having to sit for shit like this. This is one of the worst fucking things I've seen in a while. I hated this movie. I like I'm kind of calmer than I was when I first got out of this, because I was fucking pissed. And I'll tell you why as we go along in the review. But this movie, like, the more it went on, the more I got pissed, and the more I was annoyed. it's a movie that honestly, it started out okay, where you got the main girl, who's it, Mackenzie Davis? What's her name? The main girl who was the Terminator and the girl Terminator and Terminator Dark Fate. What's her name? Looking it up here a second. She was the main girl in this movie, and she was decent enough in it. Like, her relationship with the little girl was kind of cute and adorable, and like the interactions that they were having were kind of like reminding me of interactions I have with my niece, and like you're being playful with this little girl, and she's trying to build a relationship with her, and then comes Finn Wolfhard, who again, like Hollywood's hell bent on fucking making him a thing, and it's like he is one of the best parts. It was one of the more entertaining parts for me during the early parts of this movie because he was just a dick for no reason to this girl, and it was kind of cracking me up. I was like, this kid is a dick, but and it was fucking cracking me up, and I was like, it was entertaining. Like, he was an entertaining dick, if that makes any sense for me. Like how much he harassed this poor girl, and I'm just sitting there like, all right. But then the movie just kept going and going and going, and it became a fucking cheap jump scare horror movie that every cliche jump scare horror movie that every fucking horror movie is nowadays. And that, like, the jump scares in this movie are fucking terrible. Like, they're lazy and fucking you can predict, like, The Grudge, you can predict everyone that's coming. It relies on that heavily throughout the movie. Hell, it does a thing that, like, there's a thing at the point in this movie where I was just fucking about had it with this thing when it kept doing the fake out dream sequences over and 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 it did it multiple times, and it would do like a fucking dream within a dream, like it's fucking Inception, and that is a fucking cliche I can't stand one fucking bit in horror movies when they you think something's happening, like bad's about to happen, and then it's all a fucking dream, and it's like I hate it. I fucking hate it. It's the worst. It's about as bad as fucking jump scares, and this movie does this regurgitates the same fucking trick multiple times in this fucking thing. It pisses me off. Like, even there's editing in this movie makes no fucking sense. Sometimes I couldn't even tell what the fuck was going on because of the editing. Like, there's two scenes in particular. One where she sees, she thinks is the little girl and it's drowning in a swimming pool. She jumps in and she sees a fucking ghost or something. I don't know, because the editing was so fucking disjointed. I couldn't tell what the fuck she saw. And then she sees a fucking doll or something like that. A broken doll in there. And then, she's outside the pool. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I did not fucking get, I was like, I'm paying attention to this movie. I don't know, the editing in this movie is fucking terrible. There's a scene where she's also in having a flashlight tag game with the kids towards the end of the movie, where she goes into the spooky part of the house, which is every fucking part of this house, and somehow she loses her flashlight. I still don't know how the fuck she lost her flashlight. The editing was so bad, I couldn't tell how the hell she lost her flashlight. And where it fucking went. I still don't know. I don't fucking know. It was driving me nuts. How the fuck did she lose her flashlight? The editing is really fucking bad in this movie. And then, before I get into one of the things that was driving me up the wall in this movie, and this is a cliche that you could say about a lot of horror movies, but a thing that is a plot hole in a lot of horror movies, but sometimes the really good horror movies explain this away. Never once during this movie did I not think, why the fuck isn't this girl leaving? There's never a point in this movie where I kept thinking that throughout in my head. She could just leave. Just fucking leave. Why aren't you leaving? She actually even fucking leaves at one point and then says, oh, I guess I gotta go back. fuck you. Like, that's like, at that point, I gave up on this movie. Like, it's like, she just, like, she had the chance to leave. And, like, I was like, okay, this movie should be over now because she's leaving. She left. She's gone. She has a good reason to have left. And even though she should have done this a long time ago. I mean, this kid's harassing her. I don't even know. She's supposed to be an in-house tutor, but I barely ever see her actually teach the girl anything. I don't even think she ever taught her anything in this movie. She was supposed to be her tutor or something like that. So, yeah, it's like, that was a thing that was driving me nuts. Of like, there's no reason for this girl to stay whatsoever. There's barely a reason. So, I kept this girl a promise that I would not leave her. Fuck that shit. I don't care. I've broken promises to my niece before. I don't fucking care. Some weird shit's going on in this house. Fucking leave. This kid, like, Finn Wolfhard, is a fucking crazy psychopath. Like, leave. What are you doing? You're an idiot. Like, it's not like she's gonna lose her. I don't know. Like, there's no fucking reason for her to stay. And, like, that was driving me nuts. And like I said, honestly, even for the majority of this movie, I was thinking to myself, this movie's bad. It is. It's bad. It is really bad. But this is going to probably be one of those. It's going to go in one ear and go out the other, and that's about it. It's going to be a thing I'm going to forget come probably a few months. But then the fucking ending happened. I'm prone to hyperbole, and I know I am sometimes. But I'm not fucking joking when I say this. I am 31 years old. And I've seen probably thousands upon thousands upon thousands of movies. This movie is up there, probably in the top 5, maybe top 10, alright, of one of the worst endings I've ever fucking seen. Not just in a horror movie, in general, just in general, as far as all films I've ever seen. This ending in this fucking movie it's a big giant fuck you. There's no other way to put it. It's an artsy smartsy, oh look, I'm trying to be cool, or like, I'm trying to be artsy and try to make you think and yada yada yada. But what really you fucking get in this movie is just, it's a great example of a person, like, they didn't know how to fucking end this movie, so they decided, fuck it, we're not gonna end it. This movie ended, and I said, what the fuck? Like, I've never yelled at in a theater. I'm like, wait, what? I was like, I couldn't comprehend that was a fucking ending. It felt like they put deleted scenes on at the end of the movie. It's hard to explain without spoiling it, because I'm not even sure I don't even know how I can spoil it, because I don't even know what the fuck happened. It literally makes no sense. Even if there's, like, it's supposedly kind of hinting at a twist, but even when you sit there and fucking think about it for 2 seconds, that twist makes no fucking sense. That twist, it's supposed to be open-ended. I heard this director say, oh, I didn't want to spoon feed the fucking people. Fuck you. You sat there for fucking an hour and a half doing every fucking cliched horror movie, being a jump scare bullshit movie, and you're trying to tell me you didn't want to spoon feed the fucking people, the audiences? Fuck you. Like, this is the first time in a while I agree with the cinema score. This is a fucking F if I've ever seen one. Just because of that ending. It is inexcusable. It is the worst fucking ending I've seen in a long goddamn time. One of the worst endings ever. I'm not making that up. I walked out of this movie so fucking pissed. Like, I just said, there was some extra shit in the credits, and I was like, I just took my coat and said, fuck this movie, and just left. I was like, I've had it with this fucking movie. I don't want to fucking think about this movie. I was like, irate, like, after this movie. Like, what the fuck was that piece of shit? And I'm looking it up online. This is even worse. When you have to look it up online, what the fuck was up with that ending? And I'm not the only one complaining about this ending. I've heard people bitch about. I remember The Devil Inside being called like the worst ending, one of the worst endings ever, and that was a piece of shit. That ending was a piece of shit. No, I'm not going to argue that against that. At least that felt like something of an ending. This was nothing. There was nothing. I cannot describe how stupid this fucking ending is. I don't even recommend seeing it to believe it. Don't even fucking waste your time. Don't even try. It's like, oh, I want to see this ending. I'll see why it's so bad. There is no fucking ending. It doesn't explain anything. I have no idea what the fuck happened. That's why I can't even describe it, because I don't even know what the fuck happened. It's like one of those Archie Smarts who's trying to be smarter than it is, and that, like, oh, we're gonna, make you have to figure it out on your own. I don't fucking care. That's lazy as shit. There's ways you can do that, but that is lazy as shit. It felt like they didn't know how to end this movie, so they decided not to end it whatsoever. God damn it, I hate that ending. That was a piece of I'm fucking tired. Fuck that movie. I don't even want to talk about this movie anymore. Trailers. God damn it. Gretel and Hansel. This is the first full-length trailer I got for this. I think I got a teaser trailer a long time ago, and I almost forgot about this fucking thing, but it's coming out this weekend. And this is the first thing I've seen, the full-length trailer I've seen of this, and I don't know about this. It's like, I like when I saw it, it's like, oh, it's gonna be like The Witch, but Hansel and Gretel, and I was like, maybe it's gonna be a hard R. That's cool. It's got the redheaded girl from It. All right, cool. But then it's like PG-13, and it looks like an artsy kind of Hansel and Gretel movie, but I don't know. I don't know. I can't make heads or tails about this. This could be a piece of shit. Like, god damn it, like, we're only in January, and I've seen some of the worst horror movies I've seen in a while this year. I'm worried about the state of horror movies in 2020. Just from I know it's only been January, but I'm really worried. At least we're getting stuff like Invisible Man, but that looks promising, but that's about fucking it. God damn it, man. I'm fucking... Fuck The Turning. Don't fucking watch it. That's as far as trailers go. I do have one more review to do. Until then, I will talk to you guys later.